Hello all and welcome to Vikram Online Base. In this very short video, I just want to inquire with people out there that what camera do you use and what video format, the output or the video which you create. What format do you actually take it out in when you're uploading onto YouTube? Now I use a digital camera. It's a Samsung PL200 and the output is MP4. Now the reason why I'm asking about the output is because MP4 format seems to be huge, and I use HD and everything, but then I don't know, the final quality of the video doesn't really seem that appealing. So that's why I'm very curious that many of you guys produce excellent quality videos, and they're very clear, and yet probably the fact that you guys, many of you produce so many videos makes me wonder that probably you guys produce the output per se is in smaller size, so that you don't end up taking too much time to upload. Now this short video, by the time I'm done and I'll be uploading it, I'm sure it'll be more than 100 MB in file size, maybe 150 also. So I mean that's very bugging, because it takes so much time to upload. Now however fast an internet connection you might have, and on a small one it'll take forever. Now I've also tried like converting the output file from say MP4 to WMV or any other format. Now that conversion, at least on the free converters, like Real Player has a Real Player converter, that also ends up taking a lot of time, so ultimately the purposes of converting is defeated. I'm converting so that the conversion from a very big file size to a small file size takes place quickly. But if that conversion itself takes time, I might as well upload the original MP4. At least I have brilliant quality, so-called brilliant quality, because I personally don't find this quality really appealing. So I'll just sum up my question. What camera are you using? And now I'll repeat, this is a digital camera, and I know that this is not really the right kind of a camera to use, especially when you're shooting video. Now I'm in India, and here the HD camcorder, so to say, the cheapest or the starting would be around 22,000 rupees, which is about a little over 450 US dollars. And it goes up to a lot, it goes up to a lot. You can find about 50,000 plus, which is around about 1,000 US dollars, and it goes on higher also. So that's another question of mine, that what camera should I go for, because I'm keen that I might as well, I'm not very keen that before I've actually got a sizable number of videos and some sort of revenue coming in from them, I don't want to invest too much. Now don't go by this channel, I've got many other channels on YouTube, many of them are monetized already, and there's decent revenue coming in, but at the same time that's something which I would really like to grow. So therefore I would probably prefer to go and invest on something which is probably the best. Even if it's a little expensive, that's fine, I might as well make it like a one-time investment, but a good one. So therefore my questions are, what camera should I go in for? Trust me, most of the reputed brands are all available. The 22,000 which I mentioned would be Sony, and Sony probably makes some of the best camcorders out there. Now any other brand, say Canon or Nikon or any of the others which you think are better, or they're probably the best for say YouTube videos, where you can, I've seen companies like Philips also, they've come out with basic cameras, yet they have the HD facility, and they have like a direct uploading facility. So therefore something like that would be great, wherein probably I can shoot on the move and then upload directly, something like the latest smartphones have. Smartphones, the problem is there's nothing to really dock. Like now this camera is docked on a tripod, so it's convenient for me that if I'm by myself, I can still shoot videos and I can upload them. But smartphones, even if they have that capability, even if they come out with very good quality videos with very small file size, you're kind of hampered by the fact that you need somebody around. So that's something which I don't really prefer. So therefore my questions, what camera should I go in for, what sort of format, the video output format. I currently have MP4. This file size is too big, it takes forever to upload even on a relatively fast internet connection. And if it's If it's slower than what I have, it'll probably take forever, So these are the two basic questions. What brand, what camera should I go in for? What sort of camcorder? Or maybe today there are many digital cameras also which are very advanced, and they can actually take as good quality pictures as they can take video. So maybe you might recommend some other. And don't worry about availability in India or abroad. I can actually figure that out today. Buying online is not an issue. So anywhere, anything which is available, you just please feel free to recommend, but please be specific. That, I mean, don't just say a Samsung camera or a Nikon or a Canon or whichever. If you can be specific, because these companies have so many different cameras, so many different offerings, it can be really mind-boggling. And if I go out there in the physical market to actually inquire the vendors, if they don't have that particular like, they're very insistent that I specify the particular model, because if they don't have say a particular brand in their portfolio at the moment, they're always capable of getting it from elsewhere, but I need to be very specific. So be specific and just give me a good idea. That'll be really great. Thank you so much in advance. Cheers.